hereby call this meeting to order. And we'd like to recognize our special guest, Mike Patterson, former Secretary of Transportation, Paul Zachary with the City of Tulsa, who always sits in that seat, and Viplav Reddy, who sits, I think, next to him most of the time. So anyway, welcome. In particular, welcome to new commissioner.
Thank you very much.
Lisa Billy, so we're excited to have her. I know the Director Gatz is going to make some comments, but anyway, welcome all. So, Director Gatz. Oh, roll call, excuse me, I always forget that. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn?
Coburn here.
Mr. Studeville?
Studeville here.
Miss Billy?
Here.
Mr. Freimiller?
Freimiller here.
Mr. Dyson?
Dyson here.
Mr. Alexander?
Alexander here.
Mr. Jung?
Here.
Mr. Peterson?
Here. Thank you. Now, Secretary. I keep saying Secretary. I know Director Gatz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. You know, a couple things that I want to make sure we do this morning is, first and foremost, I want to appreciate T.W. Shannon for the time and devotion that he gave to the Transportation Commission and to ODOT. Certainly, he was a fantastic commissioner. He did a great job for District 3, and certainly we're going to miss him. But I wanted to thank him for his service to the Transportation Commission. And also, Mr. Chairman, as you pointed out, I want to recognize our new commissioner, Lisa Billy. I've known her, and I was kind of trying to do the math for at least 20 years. And she has been a good friend, first and foremost, and a transportation advocate from day one. So she's served us well in the legislature and has done a fantastic job bringing some extremely critical revenue streams to bear that continue to serve us today. She was instrumental in shaping the roads fund, and then not only just implementing it, but growing it during the course of her tenure in the legislature. But that wasn't all. You know, the County Improvements for Roads and Bridges program. She was really tuned in to the needs of the county infrastructure and represented those interests very well. So has been really one of the individuals that's played a significant role in bringing us to where we are today. We still, you know, are always mindful of the dollars that we have to invest and where they go, but we are dramatically different in the infrastructure world and far better than we were in 2004. So again, you've been a big part of that. It is really a great honor to have you on the Transportation Commission, and we look forward to working with you. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you for the opportunity, and again, thank you, Commissioner Billy, for being with us.
Thank you. It's an honor. I look forward to serving. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I would like to recognize Evelyn Schaefer. She's the Executive Director of Keep Oklahoma Beautiful, which is a Keep America Beautiful affiliate, to present the department with an award and give a little bit of a description. So, Evelyn?
My pleasure. Director Gatz, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you for this opportunity to recognize the partnership between ODOT and Keep Oklahoma Beautiful. Last year, ODOT helped make the Great American Cleanup a success. All 77 counties participated for the 15th consecutive year. 3.4 million pounds of trash were collected. 11,000 volunteers were engaged. 64 illegal dump sites were cleared. 1,300 miles of roads and highways were cleaned, and 12,000 trees, seedlings, shrubs, flowers, and food-producing plants were planted by volunteers. We look forward to working with you on our newest initiative, Keep Route 66 Beautiful. We will partner with communities to clean up all 400 plus miles of the historic highway that runs through Oklahoma. On behalf of our Board of Directors and staff, thank you for your commitment to litter education, beautification, and environmental sustainability, and for helping us keep Oklahoma beautiful. I am proud to present this award to you on behalf of Keep Oklahoma Beautiful and Keep America Beautiful.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, the thing that I would call your attention to is there are very few volunteer organizations that bring the resources to bear that Keep Oklahoma Beautiful does. And they do it consistently year in, year out. And the benefit of the partnership that we have with them is evident in the numbers that Evelyn brought to you. So again, it's a great honor to be in partnership with them, and we are once again honored to receive the award. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Item 61 is approval of the minutes of the Transportation Commission meeting on April 7th, 2025. Do I have a motion for approval of item 61?
Motion Dyson.
Thank you. And a second?
Second Frymiller.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please vote. Motion passes. Thank you very much. Consent docket contains items 62 through 65. If any commissioner would like to pull an individual item out for discussion, he or she may do so at this time. Otherwise, I'll hear a motion for approval of the consent docket.
So moved, Coburn.
Thank you. And a second?
Second, Studeville.
Thank you. Please cast your vote. Motion passes. Thank you very much. Item 66 is engineering contracts. Mr. Hernandez, you are recognized to present.
Morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. I have one item for contracts this month. This is a statewide contract, all districts on-demand land surveying. The department has selected 10 firms to provide these services, and they'll be utilized as needed in support of the department's staff. The contract value, aggregate contract value for this series is $15 million, and the department has chosen Bancroft Design, Carroll Surveying and Mapping, CEC Corporation, Frontier Land Surveying, Heartland Surveying and Mapping, Park Hill Smith and Cooper, Sky Survey, Smith Roberts Baldschweiler, Universal Surveying and Mapping, and White Hawk Engineering and Design. Approval is recommended, and I'll answer any questions you might have.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item 66?
Coburn,
Motion.
so moved.
Okay, thank you.
Frymiller, second.
A second, thank you. Any discussion? Please cast your vote. Motion passes. Item 67 is engineering contract supplements. Mr. Hernandez, you are recognized to continue.
Thank you. I have 4 parts this month. Part A is District 2, McCurtain County. This is US 259. The project intent is to reconstruct, rehabilitate existing facility, add capacity to roadway, safety improvements, and intersection modification through Hochatown. The department has chosen previously Friesen Nichols Incorporated to provide these services. This is their 5th supplement. Supplement value is not to exceed $2 million. The Construction phase of this project is included in the 8-year construction work plan scheduled with the let date in federal fiscal year 2026. Part B is in District 4, Kingfisher County. This is State Highway 33, and the project intent is to resurface and add shoulders to a 2-lane highway. The department has previously chosen Cowan Group Engineering to provide these services. This is their first supplement, and the supplement value is not to exceed $19,500. Construction phase of this project is included in the 8-year construction work plan with a scheduled let date federal fiscal year 2032. Part C is District 4, Oklahoma County. This is I-44 over Union Pacific Railroad. The project intent is to reconstruct and rehabilitate the existing facility. The department has previously chosen H&TB Corporation to provide engineering services. This is their third supplement. Supplement value is not to exceed $259,701. The construction phase of this project is included in the 8-year construction work plan with a scheduled let date federal fiscal year 2027. And finally, Part D, this is located in Grove, Oklahoma. This is a city bridge over Spring Branch Creek. Project intent is to replace the bridge on existing alignment. The department has previously chosen Half Associates Incorporated to provide engineering services. This is their first supplement, and the supplement value is not to exceed $31,869. In your packet, there's a mistake. There's an error. This is not a part of the 8-year construction work plan. This project was part of the Bridge Formula program to replace SD City bridges in November of 2023. And that's all the supplements for this month. I'll answer any questions you might have. Approval is recommended.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item 67?
Motion, Dyson.
Thank you. And the second?
Second, Alexander.
Thank you. Any discussion? Please cast your vote. Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 68 is change orders with cumulative total of $150,000 or less. This is for information only. Mr. Leonard, you are recognized to present.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman,
Morning.
Commissioners. I'd like to present item number 68, parts A through U. These are change orders on projects which have a cumulative total of change orders of $150,000 or less. This is presented for your information only, and no action is necessary, but I'd certainly be glad to answer any questions.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item 69? Excuse me, am I out of
68.
line? Yeah, I'm sorry. Pardon me. Yeah.
Okay.
You're moving on to 69. Sorry.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I'd like to present item number 69, parts A through W. These are change orders on projects which have a cumulative total of greater than $150,000. Your approval is recommended, and I'd certainly be glad to answer any questions.
Now you've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item 69?
Motion, Studeville.
Thank you. And a second?
Second, Coburn.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please vote. Motion passes. Thank you very much. Item 70 is damage to state property settlement. Ms. Penn, you are recognized to present.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. The first item is a settlement request. On May 4th, 2024, a motorist on State Highway 56 left the roadway striking a traffic control signal in Wewoka in Seminole County. As a result of the damage strike, the ODOT suffered damage to its traffic control signal in the amount of $39,290. The damager had only the minimum required insurance coverage of $25,000, leaving a balance of $14,290 to be collected. The insurance company has offered the entire amount of the policy, $25,000, to ODOT, and the Office of General Counsel has reviewed the cost to litigate and the likelihood of successful collection versus the time value of money and the preference of District 3 to have the money in hand. And it has been determined that the offer should be accepted. Item B, on August 12, 2024, a motorist driving eastbound on I-40 in Oklahoma City departed the roadway, striking an impact attenuator. The damage to repair and replace the impact attenuator is $29,668.13. The damager had only the $25,000 minimum, and therefore leaving a balance of $4,668.13 to be collected. Again, the insurance company offered the full $25,000. The Office of General Counsel has reviewed the claim and determined that it is more cost-effective to take the settlement rather than litigate, and approval is recommended. Thank you.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item 70?
Motion, Junk.
Thank you. And a second, please.
Miller, second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Please cast your vote. Motion passes. Thank you, Ms. Penn. Item 71 is emergency declaration for bridge repair. This is for information only. Mr. Davis, you are recognized to present.
Morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Item 71, this is an emergency declaration for bridge repair. This is going to be in District 2, Bryan County, US 70, the Roosevelt Bridge over Lake Texoma. On April 16, 2025, ODOT District 2 notified ODOT Bridge Division of an...
There's always one.
Yeah. District 2 notified ODOT Bridge Division of an extremely loose expansion plate on the subject bridge structure. Bridge Division performed a comprehensive hands-on inspection the following day, after which, given the existing state of the expansion device, there was concern that it would become dislodged and result in damage to a passing vehicle and potentially a bridge closure. Under the authority of Title 61, Section 130 of the Oklahoma State Statutes and Oklahoma Administrative Code 731-5-1, Director Gass declared that an emergency existed which impaired the safety of the traveling public. Additionally, the director authorized the department to issue an emergency contract to Built Right Construction, LLC, for repairing this bridge component, including all associated traffic control costs. The estimated cost was $48,400. I'm happy to report that the work was completed the following Monday and Tuesday, April 21st and 22nd, and the final cost was $48,763, just a few $100 more than the estimate. Again, this is for information only, but I'd be happy to answer any questions.
There are no questions. Mr. Davis, you are recognized to present item 72, assignment of certain contracts for highway construction.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Assignment of certain highway or contracts for highway construction. This is going to be a couple of projects in Cimarron County. Haskell Lemon Group, LLC, HLG, and J&R Constructors Group, LLC, J&R, have entered a certain assignment and assumption agreement dated April 21st, 2025, which is attached to this item, in which HLG has agreed to assign 2 of its contracts for highway construction to J&R. The department approves of this agreement and requests the Commission's consent to this assignment of the contracts listed in the agreement to J&R by resolution of the Commission pursuant to Title 61, Section 120 of the Oklahoma State Statutes. Approval is recommended.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item 72?
So moved, Coburn.
Thank you. And a second?
Second, Junk.
Thank you. Any discussion? Please cast your vote. Motion passes. Thank you very much. Item 73 is change orders exceeding statutory limits. Mr. Davis, you are recognized to continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This will be in District 1, Cherokee County. It's a bank protection project on State Highway 10 next to the Illinois River. On October 2nd, 2023, the Oklahoma Transportation Commission awarded a bank protection contract to Paradigm Construction and Engineering Incorporated for $7,743,769.60 with a time frame of 470 calendar days. During the installation of the H-piles in the Illinois River, it was found that the river's rock elevation was lower than indicated by the geotechnical investigations. This discrepancy meant that the original design plans were insufficient to adequately retain the riprap behind the retaining wall. In collaboration with the designer and ODOT's Environmental Division, the decision was made to modify the design by adding 2 30-inch drill shafts beneath the retaining wall to secure the riprap backfill. This adjustment required introducing new items necessary for constructing these drilled shafts. Additionally, the department plans to compensate the contractor for the standby time while discussions were underway. The department is also extending the contract time by 409 calendar days to complete this work. The department acknowledges the need for this change order and recommends approval for an additional $2,554,649.86. Because this amount exceeds the statutorily authorized 10% limit on new contract items, commission approval is required and requested. Your approval is recommended, and I would be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item 73?
So moved, Coburn.
Thank you. And a second?
Second, Studeville.
Thank you. Any discussion? Please cast your vote. Motion passes. Thank you very much.
you.
Item 74 is proposed bid openings. Ms. Bryant, you're recognized to present.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and
Morning.
Commissioners. Item 74, proposed bid openings, consist of the final June 2025, the tentative July 2025, and the tentative August 2025 bid openings. The department recommends approval.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item 74?
Motion Dyson.
Thank you. And a second?
Second, Junk.
Thank you. Any discussion? Please cast your vote. Motion passes. Thank you very much. Item 75 is awards. Mr. Goka, you're recognized to present.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Item 75 is the awards from the April 10th and 17th regular bid openings. It will be in two parts. Part A is from the April 10th, 2025 regular bid opening. It is recommended that the following items from the April 10th, 2025 bid opening referred to by call order be awarded. 700, 705, 710, 716, 731, 732, 770, 785, 786, 788, 790, and 791. Part B is from the April 17th, 2025 regular bid opening. It is recommended that the following items from the April 17th bid opening referred to by call order be awarded. 810, 820, 835, 841, 850, 855, 861, 870, 871, and 872. It is recommended that the following item from the April 17th, 2025 regular bid opening referred to by call order be deferred. 838. This concludes the recommendations and approval is requested.
Thank you. You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval for item 75?
Motion, Junk.
Thank you. And a second?
Second, Alexander.
Thank you. Any discussion? Please cast your vote. Motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Goka. Item 76 is a director's report. Director Gatz, you are recognized to present.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to capitalize on an opportunity to thank our crews across the state who, during some flooding conditions, were heavily engaged in managing some road closures. And, you know, that pulls them away from their families a lot of times overnight, a lot of times at the most inopportune moments, and really want to appreciate them for all that they do to keep the traveling public safe. Turn around, don't drown is a real thing. And we've got some rainfall ahead of us, and we're likely to have some flooding conditions again, continuing, based on the forecast that I'm hearing. And I want to really bring attention to that fact, and always be careful out there. We're going to, if we have highway closures, we'll get there as quick as we can with barricades. But if you see water over the road, do not risk it. You just never know whether that road's been washed out. We saw some incredible road washouts during these last rounds of storms, especially on the county road system. So we really want to caution everybody that you just never know what's under those flood waters. So, but I want to appreciate our crews for their engagement. A little bit of an update on the federal program. Letha and John Goka were able to not only talk about our tentative letting lists and make some contract awards. That's because the federal funding deposits that were a result of the continuing resolution through the end of the year showed up. Thank goodness. That's only happened in the last week. The little slower maybe than normal on those deposits coming through, but we're really greatly appreciative because that allows us to continue on a lot more regular cadence with our lettings than we've been on over the last few months. So that'll carry us through the end of the federal fiscal year, and we look forward to getting some additional projects out the door that have got federal funding engagement and involvement. You heard the synopsis of the Roosevelt Bridge emergency. I want to thank Built Right. They were the contractor that really mobilized and got in there and got after it for us and got that expansion joint fixed. So we want to appreciate them for their work. One of the things that you've seen maybe a little bit of media coverage on of late is the Heartland Flyer. We're closely monitoring the Texas legislative actions regarding their share of the funding. You'll recall that the Heartland Flyer is what Amtrak refers to as a state-supported route. That support comes from a partnership between Oklahoma and Texas. Each of us funds a share of Amtrak's operation. Texas is having a little bit of trouble working that into their legislative budget, and we're optimistic that that will happen, but we are going to continue to very closely monitor. If, for whatever reason, Texas was unable to fund their portion of the Flyer operation, as soon as the currently allocated funding runs out, that's anticipated to be in June, the Flyer would have to cease operations. It has served in 2024 82,000 passengers. We've seen that ridership bounce back strongly since COVID. COVID was devastating to all transit operations. And again, the Flyer is extremely important to a growing state and a growing metropolitan area like Oklahoma City, and just as an alternate mode of transportation. Offers that opportunity for folks that may choose not to fly, may choose not to drive, may not have the means to travel to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and the Flyer certainly supported a lot of that activity in the last 30 years. I was around in 1999 when the Flyer resumed operations, thanks to some pretty heroic efforts of Don Nichols, senator at the time. And we had lost that service for 20 years. We lost it in '79, brought it back in '99. So we've had 30 years of strong service from the Flyer, and we want to keep that going. So we're optimistic Texas will figure it out and find a way. So we'll keep you posted as we work our way through the rest of May, and try to give you a heads up if it looks like that the outcome is not going to be favorable. We were in Tulsa to do a groundbreaking on Interstate 44 and US 75, more commonly referred to as either the Tulsa or the ODOT Stonehenge project. Manhattan Construction is the contractor on that, and they are eager to get started. On April 23rd, Senator Lankford and the City of Tulsa, Mayor Nichols and Tulsa County joined us to celebrate the start of a pretty important and pretty significant project. You'll recall that is a $252 million investment in that interchange. Because of the help of our congressional delegation, we were able to secure $95 million in grant funds. That's what makes a $252 million project possible for the department. We were able to combine several phases that would have been let separately to be able to accomplish that. So everybody involved, that's a great big thank you, and we look forward to getting that project going and some beams hung on those pier caps. So exciting times there. State Highway 20 ribbon cutting in Claremore. We were also there to cut the ribbon on a project that I've been watching develop and be delivered now for, again, about a 20-25 year time period. City of Claremore, Rogers County, the Turnpike Authority were there for the ribbon cutting. This particular project is a realignment of Highway 20 to the south around Claremore. But the real significance is now we have a far safer and far more functional connector between Owasso and Claremore. That area is rapidly developing. Rogers County is one of the highest development counties in the state of Oklahoma, fast growing, and that translates to safer passage for the community, safer passage for the citizens. It bolsters the economic development, not just in Owasso and Claremore, but in the region. So we're extremely excited about having the ability to cut a ribbon on that. If you have the opportunity, it's right there just a little bit west of Claremore's, quite scenic around Keatonville Hill. You may recall years and years of Highway 20 sliding off the side of Keatonville Hill and us having to close it for sometimes a significant amount of time to build it back. We're not going to miss those days. This is a significant improvement over that, higher capacity, much better alignment, and grade separation over the railroad. So that gives the residents of Claremore another chance. High traffic on the rail line gives them another chance to get past the trains. Also connection to Will Rogers Turnpike on the east, and then the county commissioners, and this is a true partnership project. So the Department of Transportation, Turnpike Authority, and the county commissioner were all working together. So now you've got a much better connection all the way from Owasso, south side of Claremore, connection to the turnpike, and then on to Highway 88 on the county road. So really fantastic improvement on a project that, as most of ours do, takes many years to accomplish and many different phases. But we were really excited to be there to cut a ribbon. So congratulations to Trapper and his team for getting that done. Some projects coming up that were on your list this morning. US 59 at Salisaw, we're adding shoulders to US 59 between State Highway 101 and the heart of Salisaw. Replacing a structurally deficient bridge over Hog Creek. That's a $16 million project and anticipated to start this fall and take us about a year to complete it. State Highway 7 on the Duncan Bypass at Elk Avenue. That's an interchange project at that location in Duncan, and that is a at-grade intersection now. We've seen pretty high crash rates at those intersections on the Duncan Bypass, so this is a project that's been in a series of projects where we're going back and grade separating those intersections. It'll be a dramatic safety improvement there. Remove the stop and turn at Elk Avenue and increase safety. And again, as Duncan grows, we're continuing to see the traffic volumes grow. Elk Avenue is going to remain open during the construction to provide access to the hospital. And it's about a $20 million project going to start this fall and will be completed in the fall of 2026. I-35 and I-44 here in Oklahoma City, I want to take the opportunity to thank the traveling public for their patience with us. We had a closure there on southbound I-35 over the weekend. That full closure facilitated a lot of work that we were able to get done. I want to thank Matt Mitchell and D4 and in particular Rick Hallen for their management of the effort there, and thank the contractor Manhattan Road and Bridge for the work that they did quickly to pull that project off. We know an interstate closure's got a big impact to the traveling public, and really appreciate them understanding. But the folks that traveled through that interchange today saw a dramatically different condition than that existed on Friday. So that closure made that possible. We straightened out the southbound I-35 curve and finished some drainage projects and some drainage work in there that really needed to be done. So work is slated to wrap up towards the end of the year, and we're excited about getting that project fully open. So it's a good effort. Again, we don't take closing an interstate lightly, especially in a metropolitan area. Fortunately, the detour route was not terrible, but we know that the impact that has to the traveling public, and that's something we take serious. So we got in, got out, and it's a better a better condition there now. May, as always, is Motorcycle Safety Month. Warmer temperatures mean more motorcycle enthusiasts and vehicles out there on the road with us. So we ask the traveling public to be mindful. Safe driving and riding practices and the cooperation of all road users will help reduce the number of fatalities and injuries on our state highways. A great way for riders to get up to speed on motorcycle safety is through the Safe Riders course offered by the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. It's a great course that addresses numerous techniques to help keep riders safe on our highways, and that's one of the things that we get some of the most the compliments and the comments that we receive is related to this motorcycle safety course that we partner with the Highway Patrol to deliver. And again, so that's a really important part of making safe riders. And the thing that we need to do as the rest of the traveling public is keep an eye out for them, because they're a little harder to see, and you really have to get your mind right as you're traveling out there in the springtime to be in particular on the lookout for those. The next safety course is May 10th in Oklahoma City. There's contact information on the screen there, and this fall there's going to be one specifically for ODOT and OTA employees, among others for the public. And those dates and times will be announced soon. May is also National Bike Month, designed to encourage active transportation and highlight bicycle communities nationwide. Wednesday is Bike to School Day. ODOT encourages all kids who can safely bike to school to do so as part of active transportation. Additionally, May 16th is Bike to Work Day, and ODOTers will bike from our central office to Bicentennial Park to celebrate the event later this month. It's also a great opportunity to remind everybody that we do have the Route 66 bike route as part of Oklahoma's Route 66. We're coming up on the centennial celebration, so we can expect to see some additional traffic out there on Route 66, and certainly want everybody to be mindful of that in advance. So springtime always means be on the lookout, not just for motorcycles, but for folks on bikes, and whether that's in your neighborhood with kids, being out there more and more on their bicycles, or whether that's out there on the highway system. And a lot of places we encounter bicycle riders where you may not necessarily expect to encounter them. So we want to be mindful of that, be on the lookout for them, and share the road. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I would stand for any questions that the commission might have of me.
Do commissioners have any comments or questions? Okay. Thank you, Director Gatz.
Welcome.
Thank you.
If commissioners have no other comments, then I'd hear a motion for item 77, which is adjournment.
Motion Dyson.
Thank you.
Second, Coburn.
Thank you. Please cast your vote. We are adjourned. Motion passes.